Okay, so I decided to go live early this morning before I go to the store. I ain't gonna say I decided to go live early this morning. My son bothered me, as you see him on this picture, to go live. Kind of sit there. I was in the middle of my last part of my schoolwork. But welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe. And he kept saying, go live now, mama. Go live now, mama. And talk about day 2. And then when I realized that's because his younger brother, the one that y'all probably heard in the day 1 video, hooping, hollering, and crying or whatnot. So he's normally sleeping at this time. He normally sleeping until about 12 o'clock. So, but day 2, um, when you're um, receiving a phone call, basically day 2 of me receiving a phone call. So day 1, you're sitting in there, they kind of explaining. Um, he have the police officer. Hey, Rhonda, we have a police officer by the door. Like I say, because of the circumstances that surrounded the situation. So we had a police officer at the door. Um, also had um, him under John Doe, so no one would call and they would give them the information about my son without them having a special code, um, or no one in the building, no one, regardless if he was family and was related to him, not related to him, could even enter inside the premises. Like they could not be on the premises. So it was a lot for me and my family. But day 1, I couldn't stay. I could not stay in the hospital, not because I didn't want to stay. It was never too much for me to be able to stay. It was because he was 18 now. So he's considered an adult. So being that he was considered an adult, which I understand, I'm going to start crying. Oh, let me get it out. Woo. I understand. To them, he probably, age-wise, he was an adult. But any mother know that your child is still a child. Especially if he's living in a home. My son was still living in my home. My son was still at 17, 18. I could take his phone if it's something that he's not doing at home, a chore or anything. I would still take his phone. And he would still be okay with it. Like, he, like any other child group. So day 1, I go home. Um, I stay there till it's time to leave. So I'm not sleeping. I'm worried. I'm stressing. I'm strong, y'all. The days is here, and you never really realize how much time has passed. Because to me, it feel like yesterday. Every day feel like yesterday. Every day feel like that minute. But regardless, you keep going. But day 2, soon as it's time, visiting times, I'm right there. I don't leave. I'm right there. Not only am I'm right there, um, his girlfriend, who he was currently at the time, her name was Angel. Me and her, we right there. So the love that I'm giving to him as a mother was the love she was giving to him as a spouse. They wasn't married or anything like that. But the love, I say, when you with somebody, when you with somebody, um, your spouse can give you the love that your mother give to you, and uh, spouse couldn't, mother could never kind of love the way a spouse. Even though I feel my love is stronger, but her love was impeccable. Her love was so amazing. So day 2 is me. and it's her. Day two is day one. She really couldn't come. People was upset. Um, I made actually made my mom mad because she didn't want her to be on the list, and because she felt like my mom, like the girlfriend, was supposed to be on the list. So I fell out because once you make this list is made because of the situations and circumstances surrounded it. The list is made. So it's very seldom. I forgot the first day. Um, kind of go back to some of the first day because I missed some things. My daddy don't. People who know my dad, like who know my dad, know he's don't come out for anything. Y'all probably didn't even see him to the funeral. My dad is not. My dad and Eric is probably somebody kind of out the way, out of the scenes. Don't like to really be in the scenes and stuff, but um, which it didn't bother me for my dad to be at the funeral because I know how my dad is. But he was there the very first day um, at the hospital. It was my brother, my dad, it was Miss Latoya, Batista, Montreal. So, and you couldn't have so many people come in because once you make the list is made. Like I say, that's it. So it's everybody who's gonna support, and they was kind of understanding of my situation because I did make some changes. They was it got to go through so many demands because my family is not from completely this area. They had to come from Baton Rouge, and I know they had like the first day they was here. They was there. Is no question. Whatever they was doing, everybody stopped what they doing to get here, be on Eric's side, be on my side, or whatever like that. The most shocking part was for my dad. If anybody know my dad, family members, um, which I won't see him much, but he's out of the way. Um, and for him to come up there, because he don't like things like this, he don't like just period. He was up there, so day two, they got mad, but I wanted in my heart for his girlfriend to be their angel. And I know in his heart that he would want her to be there because me and my son, we have spoken, we have talks, and he have expressed to me, um, only person he ever expressed to me about how much, he care for her, what he loves about Angel. And that's her real name. Her real name is Angel. Yeah, express how he feel about her. So I knew that my son cared about her, and I know that's who my son truly loved. Good morning. Um, I know that he truly cared about her. Um, there's just certain things and talks that I still haven't told her that um, we talk. But so the second day, just me and her. Um, this November the 10th. So this November the 10th. I'm in a hospital from the time it's time for visiting hours. I got plenty of questions. Mm, I'm not understanding. Um, I'm still in shock. I'm crying off and on, and then I'm telling myself I have to be strong. I'm like, you gotta be strong, so I can really process and understand this. But it's hard to be strong. But I'm always the strong person. Like I'm always the strong person. Like I say, crying on a couch, you could never catch me. But these crying in public, you could never catch me. Catch me. Like unless I'm crying happy tears or something. But I'm just sitting there. And there's plenty doctors coming in and out. And let's start off with he never had surgery. All they can do is just give him pain medicine. So whatever he going through, going through my mind, is my son in pain? What he going through? Because he didn't have surgery. They didn't really have anything. Just he it is no surgery. And when I tell y'all, that's why it was just so amazing of the strength he had. What it and the reason is like they can't have surgery because of the swelling, what a bullet hit. I would have come on here and showed y'all, but I was like, maybe that's too. It's not really graphic. You really can't tell, but I made them give me the images to where I can see where the blood flowed. The blood was flowing. He was we was I don't even think I don't even know if I was 8. I don't even remember if I ate, but I remember day 2 for sure. His girlfriend, nobody wanted to, we didn't even want to go use the bathroom. Meaning like from 6 to whatever time it was, we didn't want to use the bathroom. We didn't want to come out the room. The girlfriend didn't want to come out the room. Nobody wanted to leave him alone. Like if we have to go to the bathroom, like when you want to go to the bathroom. I did not come to social media for day 2 neither. So day 2, social media never is nothing. They don't know what's going on. Probably some people probably got a little whiff if somebody told somebody, but I didn't come to social media for day 2. So no one knows about day 2. I ain't come to social media. That was not my worry. It was not my concern or whatever like that. I can see scrolling. I'm got messages drowning you, you drenching with messages of people giving their condolences and this and that, and you could see it. You could see it. You know, I know people probably don't think if somebody didn't reply to you, it wasn't intentionally. Don't charge it to anyone's heart. Even if someone is just outright going like when you're in that situation, your mind is completely all over the place. Completely all over the place. Thinking about what can I do, what I need to do, what I need to say. So we started talking. But when we left from day 1, I went get his favorite things. Like I went get him some headsets. So that while we in there, he could listen to some music. Got some music. And I put things that he like. So we went get him some music. We went get some toenail clippers. We went get things to make sure he cleaning because they can't bathe him. I got stuff we made sure to clean my son out. Like we focus on, we're gonna clean him. I went get him some good cologne and everything to make sure that when they coming in there, my baby smelling good, he looking good, like taking care of him. So I'm sitting there day 2, I'm just in a maze because I watch his girlfriend. Knowing that I ain't have the strength, I watch her stepped up for me. And I watch her take the toenail clippers. I don't really play with nobody's feet, but I watched her. She cleaned my baby feet. She made sure on his toenails. Cause like they cleaned them, but they still had blood all over him and stuff like that. She made sure she inspect his body from top to bottom. And that was more amazed than me to see. She made sure she inspect his body from top to make sure she cleaned up every blood that was on him. And I'm helping her, but I'm so weak. She weak too. So she went use the bathroom one time, y'all. One time. Lord, the girl didn't want to go use the bathroom. When she went to the bathroom, it probably took that girl about it maybe took her probably about 15 seconds to make it back. She went to the bathroom. And she started And when she came back in the room, she bust open the doors, running back in the room, just running back. I'm like, what you running for? Like, I didn't know what was going on or whatever. So she busts running back in the room. I see what you running for. She said, I gotta get back to my man. I didn't even want to leave out this room. She's like, I gotta get. She said, I gotta get back to my man. She was saying, I gotta get back to Eric. I gotta get back to Eric. Like she hauled ass. I never forget that moment. She rushed in the door. So I'm sitting there. We trying to figure out what's going on. So the doctor's coming in there, and it's like, we've been watching him move, and we thought we was tripping, because the doctor's telling us all kind of things that it's not this, it won't be that. He don't have no, he not. I felt, had my son possibly would have had surgery or them taking any other precautions or whatever like that, he probably would have had a better chance. But again, like I said, he didn't have no type of surgery. So this pain of a bullet being in his hand, he fighting it. So the doctor was about to pronounce him dead, wanted to pull the plug. So I was like, my child is moving. So one doctor went in there, he made me mad, he was upset, I didn't like, and he was trying to pronounce him dead from standing at the door. This doctor was trying to pronounce him dead. All he did was open up the doors at Lafayette General. Pissed me off. Showed disregard. He opened up the door and just felt like it was over. So I was like, I don't want him. I need him gone. No, let me rephrase that. I hadn't said that part of it yet. That part. Let me tell you what happened. So the doctor had tried that doctor that I'm telling y'all. And then, so I was like, I need a second opinion. So another doctor came in. And when he came in physical, my child tried to move his hand, which we had already knew because on day one, the night of, we were on the phone and his girlfriend was on FaceTime, and his friends like, they made, hey, E, come on, Eric, and Eric tried to jump up. He tried to get out the bed or whatever like that. Like he actually jumped. I wish we could have recorded. I wish it was on FaceTime recorded, but it don't. But I was like, Eric tried to get up to grab the phone to get up to go. So we had seen that, and so we knew. So I'm very optimistic. Like I'm okay. I'm very optimistic. So they was like, well, we're gonna have to take him down, and we're gonna need to check him. So they took him down, checked him. He doing good. Like despite no surgery. You hear me? He's fighting. He's strong. No surgery. But just so happened when I went down, because I wanted to get a picture of the images. The doctor, the one that opened the door to just peep on him and then say, was down there sleeping. This doctor was knocked out sleeping at Lafayette General. Tired, sleeping. So once I go back up, I'm like, I do not want this doctor. I don't feel he's giving the best care. He's giving the best interest of my child. This was true facts. He's not giving the best interest of my child. He's down there sleeping. He's tired. If he's that exhausted and tired, I just don't feel like you giving the best care that needed to be given at the Lafayette General with that particular doctor. Period. Point blank. So the doctor came back because on November the 10th, they were supposed to start it, but he fought. So he fought. We stayed there from the time it opened to the time it closed, cleaning him, listening to music, talking to him, got different people checking on him. I'm mentally there, but I'm spaced out. I'm crying. I got so many questions. I'm up here trying to figure out what it is. I'm looking up information, trying to see, how something could do. And I'm not looking up the right information. Had I looked up the right information, you think about all kind of things after. But when you're going through the process, everything is a blur. Like, damn, how we get here. I'm like, I just woke my child up. And the crazy part about it is my child never owned a gun ever, 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 ever. Um, I'm thinking like, did he needed to have one? Like thinking, what could I do different? Because he asked, but I was always like, you don't want to do nothing that's going to mess up your life. When you're the age of 21, you're able to, which now they done changed the age now. But I'm like, when you're 21, then we're going to be able to get you one, stay on the right path. You're doing good. You're about to go to college. Like I said, he had just gave me all his passwords to his emails and stuff because I needed to go fill out his applications because like I stated, he wanted to go to USC up in California for some reason. I don't know why. That's the school that something about it. He have his reasons. He wanted to go check it out and explore it. Um, so all things going through my mind then because the news had them put out, they had them found guns or whatnot. And crazy part about it is it wasn't inside of the vehicle. They had them found all kind of paraphernalia, which it wasn't inside the vehicle, which I already knew. I knew, from you knowing your child, and I knew. I knew what I allow. I knew what my kids, out of respect, what they will and what they won't do, out of respect for me. So everything that it was for the person that took their life. It was from the person that took their life. Um, quite sure he was in shock. The extra guns were for the person that the person that took his life had dropped his gun at the scene. Um, had dropped his gun at the scene, so that's why they had multiple guns. The person dropped the gun at the scene. I'm assuming the other person, which I guess some things I could talk about is, but trying to see what can I say without jeopardizing the the case. But there's some stuff is public. He got his the boy got his discovered now, but he doesn't even know that my son was in a car. Um, this young fella me to hear that he were trying to say self defense, but I know my son has never owned a gun. One not in my home. Well, I can't say that. One illegal gun. I have one that's legal, but never had one to where it's just access, and he's not ever had it before. So he don't carry it. Um, don't have no reason. If you will hear things about Eric, um, I promise you, it's gonna be all great things that you'll hear. The community, the people was in shock. I was getting called. People was like, man, he not like that. He's not that type of person. Like he just not gonna do that. Like he's not ever did that. But just so happened he was just in the situation, um, thinking. That's why I tell people these days. I try to tell my people, sons now, be careful who you ride with. You never know who they got dealings with. Sometimes it don't even have to be that child that had the problem with that person, which was in my son's case. Just by you being with them, accidents can happen. A bullet don't have no face, no name, no nothing on him. And these days, people don't even know how to shoot. They be shooting the wrong people, or in his case, that the bullet can come out of somebody and kill you. Like, people don't realize that just because they didn't shoot you, bullets travel. It comes out. They don't always stay inside a person. And it's still as deadly as if they were shooting. But my second day just was basically crying, trying to figure things out, trying to make sense of it. Kind of a little regret because I'm the one knocked on the door and opened the door for and asked, knocked on the door. Normally, and my children sleeping, I leave them sleep. But like I told y'all on day one, when I opened up the door, I can see that the child was kind of bothered. So I didn't, sometimes like if you're going through, you need to just talk to a friend or something like that. So in my mind, I'm thinking maybe he just needs to talk. Because Eric is always that good friend, that good listener. Try to tell you, hey, don't do it, old boy. And Eric is never. So for it to happen in the neighborhood made plenty sense to me. It happened in a neighborhood not too far from home. Because anytime my son have to leave out of our area and go further, he's going with me. He don't really ride. That's the only person he really ride with. That is the only person, Eric, you could say really just ride with. Only time he'll look for a ride is I tell him I'm tired, I'm not going or something like that. But as we gotta go, he gonna stay. I know my son, like I done dropped him to parties. If I don't know us, he will not leave. If officers knows up in Lafayette, whatever, he don't care if he's the last person at the party. He gonna wait till his mama come and get him. He's not just hopping in random cars for a ride because he know my mama come and get me. I just so happened he probably wouldn't have been in that car, but my Artie that I damn near you could say gave to him, let him ride because I had brought him a black car, which I'm about to go depart from the car now. I brought him a Charger. So my child got an all black Charger. He have an all black Charger. I brought him. It was in the shop, so I gave him, let him use my car. But just so happened, he was using my vehicle, and kids, they don't even tell you. So all this been in my mind is that mama, a light came on, a check engine light came on. By the time I'm looking at it, it was damaged. So he would have been in my car. He would have needing to ride right there quick to the store or going to ride with that person because he'll go to that person home, but he won't like go far. He's not, and the person who he was with doesn't stay too far from us. So he's not going outside of Lafayette like that without, unless I can't. And or unless I was like, hey, I need you to go pick up your brother. I'm thinking about all the times that if I needed somebody to go get his brother him, and that same person, his friend that he got murdered with, they would go get my child from school. His friend graduated from school early, which him and Eric could have, but Eric chose not to. So all that's playing in my head. They couldn't tell me that the person that he was with was into those type of things. Like I didn't see anything terribly if I talked to them. So all that's playing in my head. Fighting, telling him to fight, crying, singing, talking, praying, talking to friends to try to get me through it. Just talking to friends. Everybody, like it was so much love, even with me not posting it, but people know me, the people that I was going through it. I had a good friend, him, he checking to see who did this to my child, like what happened, getting answers and stuff like that. Like he came back with some answers way before I kind of knew, like, cause he came back with some answers, cause he knows a lot. He knows a lot and stuff like that, and a lot of people know him. So he was able to come back with a whole lot of answers for me that I needed to know. I basically what I needed to know. Some things I just can't talk about. Um, just to the respect of everybody and to respect of the case. But that's basically what my day 2 was. It was so, because you don't know what to expect. You got the doctors in your ear telling you one thing. You got your heart telling you one thing, and you asking God to give you the best, to give you the best. And they tried to pronounce him dead on day 2, but my child was fighting with no surgery. They never no surgery, no pain meds. They hadn't gave him no pain meds. They gave stuff like to stabilize him and to kind of keep him from catching a seizure and stuff like that. But as for something to watch my child fight with little to no medical, it really truly amazed me. But me watching, because the first thing what I don't like is for doctors love to don't even try and we're trying to learn things. It's certain things they could do. I wish that they had the access out here, but they don't. They truly don't. But so with them limited to have what a lot of big cities have, because they pouring their money into making guns legal instead of trying to make our educational and our hospitals more prepared and paying them bigger money. They focus on the wrong thing. But that's neither here nor there. Plus, they're not the reason. The person did get caught got caught like I think 30 minutes later, less than an hour later, less than an hour later, when it happened. So day 2, they was supposed was about to pronounce him dead until he showed them he still had life in him and he was fighting. Each day, day 3, day 2 wasn't hard because, like I said, I'm still optimistic. Day 3 was hard. It's day 4. When I get to day 4, that was the hardest day of it all. Day 2, you still high and high hopes, you and high spirit. You don't want to be in a negative mind. I try not to have no negative thoughts, none. I'm trying to think positive. I'm trying to make sure that I'm staying clear. My son walked me through this process. I had to just come to a scene and just find out I don't know, been ballistic. So my son helped me through the process by how many days that it took. Nobody, no therapist would be able to help. He helped me. He did it. He had already prepared me through the days. He had prepared me. And that's why I'm strong. I'm so thick. It's nothing that they can say about it. He slowly just being there, being with him, connecting with him, knowing that what my mother deserved. that I got it. I didn't, I was able to take my time and process it with it. Process it so much with it. But day 2 wasn't the hardest. It wasn't. Then come to social media again. And my friends and my family, I thank them because they respected that I did not want it there. And did not want it there. So not that it didn't have nothing to do about it. Everybody different. I'm going to just say that everybody different. Everybody handle grief, tragedy. You won't know until you're in that situation, which I wish no one to be in that situation, to know what you're going to do. I don't judge or feel no type of way for ones that do come, because that's their outlet. But me, I'm different. Who is it? How come in? It's unlocked. Oh, you could go. Yeah, you could go. So it's it's that. So day 2 wasn't the hardest, but day 2 was the strong day. Day 2 was the strong day because I felt like I gotta be strong. I gotta let him know I'm okay. I'm telling him whatever. I love you. I'm not mad. Like just letting him know to be as comfortable. Day 2 was just staying strong and making sure that he's comfortable. So that's what my day 2 consisted of. Like I said, day 2 wasn't the hardest. It wasn't the hardest. It was day 4. So day 3, I'll be back and tell you, because like I told y'all previous, he died 11/11. He died 11/11. That's when my child. So day 1 is still doing the surgery, still hoping he responds. So day 2 is basically be strong, make him feel as comfortable as can be, let him know I'm by his side. I'll always be by his side, pouring so much love, hugging him, kissing him, cleaning him, just being there. His girlfriend talking, hugging, kissing, she being there. We being there for each other. Me asking her a lot of questions and figuring out a lot of things, listening to stories of her telling me about her and him and stuff like that, and me giving her stories a little bit about him and stuff. So that's basically day 2, us reminiscing and getting it. So, and me trying to figure out like what purpose it is that it got to come for me to want to be here. What purpose is I have been placed in these shoes. What is the purpose? Because I know it's a purpose and I know it's a reason. Is it was for me to be strong, to show other mothers to be strong, like to be able to be on the forefront, to let mothers know it's okay. The best thing that I heard on day 2 that was told to me is that, and someone had to remind me later on too, that he let us borrow those kids. They are still God's children. He let us borrow them temporarily, and he's gonna come back at a time to come get me, him, and everybody. So that was day 2. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate it. I also want to say I appreciate and thank y'all for really pouring love into my channel, really subscribing to my channel. Um, I'm watching it grow, which I'm gonna come back and do one later on today about that. I don't want to mix and match, but for y'all, for my subscribers, I'm coming to do a video for y'all. Seriously, seriously, y'all the best. Y'all are the best. Y'all like, comment, subscribe to hear more. Today I might catch myself crying because tomorrow is just, whew. But today we're going to barbecue. We about to just get into it. I'm about to listen to music jam. Probably go get a jukebox and turn up, turn up. Peace out. Might even go to Miami Moon. Y'all enjoy. Thank y'all for watching, liking, comment, subscribing, giving me your condolences, sending your prayers. I appreciate all of that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.